show we cook very basic things. I only have one burner. There it is. So, we just cook very basic things, because if you can cook basic things very, very well, then you can put them together and it's delicious. So don't get too complicated when you start. Learn the basics. All right, today we're cooking okra. This is okra that I grew in my garden, and you can see how big, usually I like to drink. I usually like to drink and cook, but I'm out of wine. I don't have any beer. Might have to run to the store. If it keeps being so hot, because it's so hot, I'm getting cabin fever. Anyway, here's okra that I grew in my garden. This is huge okra, and maybe it's tough. We're going to try it though, and see. So I've put some water into our little pan. I'm going to bring it to a boil, high and start. And we're going to bring it to a boil, and we're just going to put it in there for 5 minutes, and we will check it as we go. Now this, like I said, this is the biggest okra I personally have ever seen. It's as big as my head. And usually big okra is tough, but I've just grown this in my garden, and it's only a couple of days old. Then I have these smaller ones. So we're going to try them. We're going to put them in there, and we're going to steam them, and we're going to see how they are. So when it starts boiling, I'll come back. Oh, I'm putting a little bit of salt in there. I always put salt, almost always put salt in, because I love salt, and I think it's very good for my particular metabolism. Some people, no, they cannot eat salt, but I can, and I'm going to. Okay. And I'm trimming the stems off of this okra. We're trimming it off. I have very little water in that pan, so it's only taking half a minute to get it going. So these are the normal type of okra that you would want, about this size. And I had some of these the other day, they were excellent. But these I didn't see, so there we go. I'm dropping them in now. Oh my. I'm going to have to cut them in half, because they're too big to fit into my little pan. So here we go. Cut them in half. Be careful, don't cut your knuckle. There's another one. Ooh, this is going to be very tough. I can't even cut it. Oh, I have to throw these away, or save them for soups. Oh, now this one, although it's big, it's tender. You can tell when you cut it. And we'll put the other ones in there. We're just going to steam them a little bit. Here we go. You can see them right there, steaming away. I'm going to put the cover on, and we'll check those in a minute. All right, now those have been steaming for 2 minutes. And I can see that the little tiny ones, the little tiny ones are, quite tender. The fork is just going right into them. Now, if you like your vegetables floppy and, then you probably want to cook them quite a bit longer. Maybe another 2 minutes. But these are fresh, right out of the garden. And the flavor is, you don't want to overcook these. The flavor is wonderful. Now this, yes, look here. See how that just goes in? I mean, it's just your fork. It's tender to your fork. Tender. Now, this one is not quite so tender. I'm going to tell you, the big ones are like rocks. And they're going to be tough, and they're going to be stringy. But just as an experiment, I'm going to cook them. This one's not so bad. I'm going to cook them a little bit more until and let's just see how long it takes the big ones to get tender. I'm going to give them another 2 minutes. In the meantime, we are going to try our, I wonder if I can move over this way. Yes, we're going to try our other okras. Now we tried the little ones and that was delicious. So now we're going to try, this one was kind of big, but it had just come off the plant. So let's try that one and see how that is. Well, it's like a celery that's getting a little tough. So I'm putting that one back in. See if we can rescue it. Oh, this one is. Oh. When you cut into it, these lovely little seeds come out, and they're almost like caviars. Almost like caviars. If you cook them just right, they explode in your mouth almost like caviar. All right. Well, I think that's enough for okra today, especially since I don't have any wine. I'm probably boring you. I know I'm boring myself. But next time we'll try, I don't know, something else this grows. Oh, I know. Next time we're going to do a cucumber soup.